Hello to you, hello to you. I am ASMR Weetle, and today I will be doing a new bookshelf tapping on books ASMR because there was a request for this. Now I will do a second video of this. You can check the link to the first video in the description. And one of the books I'll be doing today is I'll be also doing a Norwegian fairy tale book, and I actually did a Norwegian myth and fairy tale video a few weeks ago, so I provided a link to that video in the description too, if you want to check it out. I'm also going to be tapped on a Secret Garden CD case, because I thought I'd include that in the video. So it will be sort of a video of the soul, I guess, in which I just talk about some books and stuff. So I hope you're relaxed, I hope you feel calm, good, and blessed divine light on the inside, as I often say. Feeling that cosmic ancient magic healing you. Now, let's just get to the video, and if you do enjoy my content, remember to click the like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. It would mean the word and a lot to me. Thank you in advance, but only if you enjoy it, of course. So let's just get to the books. I'll begin with Divergent. So this is a fiction book, and I talked about this in the previous video too. And I enjoyed reading this book. I read all 3 books in the past, and Divergent describes a science fiction futuristic dystopian society in the US, I think, in which teenagers are sorted into 5 factions, which will define their entire lives. So here you can see the symbols of the 5 factions, and one choice can change you, as it says that on the back of the cover. So I think it's an enjoyable series. You know, it goes into a dystopian a science fiction category, which was pretty popular in the early 2010s. You know, and it's an enjoyable science fiction book story. So yeah, you know, teenagers are sorted into one of 5 factions, and this defines their lives and their social groups, friends, and all stuff like that. The story takes a lots of twists and turns through the trilogy, with the 3rd story being pretty crazy, I think. I don't remember fully because it's a long time I've read it, but it's a pretty cool series. I enjoy it. Yeah, you know, and the main character, of course, finds out more and more about the things manipulating this society. It's a dystopian type of book, but it's very interesting as well. I'd advise reading it if you haven't. Okay. So I enjoy history. And this is a Churchill book, the book about Churchill, written by a famous British politician called Roy Jenkins, who lived a few decades ago. And his time as I think his time as a politician was in the 1960s and 1970s, but he wrote about Churchill. I have not actually read the book about Churchill as of yet, because I've had so much stuff to watch and read otherwise, but it's a very enjoyable book. But I suspect it's a very enjoyable book. Yeah, because it's been widely praised, and I'm a very big fan of Churchill because he managed to lead the resistance in Britain to Nazi Germany, you know. So I'm a really big fan of Churchill. It's a major book, you know. And I think it's a very interesting historical portrait of an historical famous person, you know. Gives a lot of insight into the late 19th century and the early 20th century and Churchill's life as a whole, as a politician and person. I haven't read it, but I'm pretty sure it will be interesting once I eventually one day find the time to do so. Okay. So, this is a book about Norwegian fairy tales. You can see it's a little tattered, a little worn, and that's because I've had it since I was a child. Hope you're relaxed, calm, and feel good. So this describes various Norwegian fairy tale stories. Actually, it doesn't just cover Norwegian fairy tales. It covers Danish author H.C. Andersen's fairy tale stories. You know, he's among other things famous for the Ugly Duckling story, the Brothers Grimm, you know, and Thousand and One Night. So there are Norwegian, Asbjørnsen og Moe, that's Norwegian. Then there's H.C. Andersen, the Danish author. Then there's Brødrene Grimm, which I think are, if I'm not mistaken, that's German, isn't it? And then there's Thousand and One Nights, which is Arabic. So I have fairy tales from all over the world here. Now here you can see among other things. Here you can see a painting for one of the stories in the books. I'll just see if I can find a story I'm familiar with. No. Here you have a fairy tale called Smørbukk, which is a Norwegian fairy tale about a boy who a hag wants to cook for because she wants to eat him. So this is a very famous Norwegian fairy tale. And here you can see the hag. Here you can see Smørbukk, I think. Or in English it will probably be like Butter Boy. That will probably be the translation for Smørbukk. And here you can see the hag, sort of. So yeah. Here you have a story called Per, Pål and Espen Askeladd, or Per, Pål and Espen Aslad, because Askeladd would be Aslad in English. You know, and that's the story of the Aslad and his two brothers Per and Pål. And Per and Pål doesn't really believe in anything about the Aslad, because the Aslad is known for just sitting by the oven or the ash place in the living room, and they never take him very seriously. But the Aslad always sort of is the one that ends up winning in the end. Even though Per and Pål, his brothers, always mock him. So yeah, I think it's sort of a story about that traditional Norwegian optimism, which is almost on borderline insane sometimes. But you know, I think but it's sort of, Norway has always had, Norwegians have in the past often had like this enduring spirit we lived in, because in the past Norway was a very harsh country with very harsh winters. So yeah, but it's a very fun and enjoyable story. There are lots of other stories here too. You know, I just see if I can find something which I know. Yeah, and then you have on 117 you have the three Buknebruse, or the three goats, and the goats tries to cross the bridge in which a scary troll lives under. There's a scary troll living under the bridge, and they try to cross the bridge because they want to go to the fields and eat themselves fat, essentially. and three of the goats doesn't manage to successfully cross the troll, but the third goat finally defeats the troll, and then they cross the bridge, and yeah, they eat themselves fat and live happily ever after. Yeah, that's essentially the gist of the story. So here you have the troll living under the bridge by the water in the river, and the troll is very annoyed that the goats were disturbing his sleep. So that's some of the fairy tales presented in this book. Now, the final thing I'll do is present with Secret Garden City. And I thought it was sort of appropriate given that we were talking about fantasy and fictional stuff and fairy tale stuff, because Secret Garden, they won Eurovision with a song in 1995. And they're, of course, and they're sort of into my category of music, because I like fairy tale, fantasy, and deep mysterious music. I also like epic music, by the way, orchestral music. So this is the Christmas album. I know it's not Christmas now, but so here one of my favorite songs are Sacred Night, and they sort of captures that one mystical fairy tale stuff. They won with Nocturne in 1995. Eurovision. They have this very relaxing, fairy tale, mysterious type of music. So I really enjoy them, and they sort of captures my love for the mysterious and the fairy tales and stuff like that. So I thought I would include them in the video. Now, if you want more book stuff, you can check out the links to the two links to the videos I talked about. You know, the Norwegian myths and fairy tales video, and the previous book tapping on books video. If you want some more content, as the same as the one I did in this video. I hope this just brought a moment of calm in your weekend, and I hope you're calm, you'll be relaxed, and I hope you feel good, and have a blessed divine day. Thank you so much.